Okay, so here's part 2 now. What we're going to do is just make this a little bit more complicated now. We can see how the PDF functions find probabilities of individual numbers or individual number of successes, and how the CDFs can find accumulated numbers of successes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear these out. Let's get rid of those. Let's write this probability statement down. What's the probability that x is greater than 2, less than or equal to 7? Okay, so let's figure out what we need to highlight for that. Let me get rid of this one. Let's see, greater than 2 and less than or equal to 7. Would that give us the right probability, what we need? Yes, you're all yelling at me. No, that's not right. You're right. What we need to do is slide that up, because you see x is greater than 2, so it doesn't include 2. X is less than or equal to 7, so it goes up to and including 7. So this is the probability that we want. Okay, now the problem we have is that the CDF function will start from 0. Okay, we can't do the 1 minus trick here because we still have this 8, 9, and 10 that we're not counting at all. So here's how we do this. We actually need to do 2 CDF functions. I'm going to make another colored box here. Let's make it green. Okay, because I'm going to need 2 boxes for this. And what I'll do is this. We're looking for the orange. Okay, so we'll start with the CDF of 7. This is 0 through 7. Okay, but we don't want 0, 1, and 2 in there. So what we can do with that is just take the 0, 1, and 2 out. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. We're going to find the CDF of the yellow first, and then we're going to subtract the CDF of the green. And so the function we'll see will look like this. CDF of 10.5, 10.5 and 7 minus the CDF of 10.5 and 2. And that's how we do it. So you can combine CDFs together to find the probability of anything you need. There's not a statement I could write that you couldn't find the probability of with CDFs. So that's pretty cool. Now let me show you how to actually do this with the calculator. Okay, so what I'll do is go ahead and come down here and let's start my calculator up. And then we'll just go ahead and do this one on the calculator, and I'll show you where to find stuff. Okay, now the one thing to remember, did you get catalog help on your calculator? I hope so. If you didn't, you're just putting yourself at a real big disadvantage, and that's not good. Okay, so let's put the large screen on, and I'll uncover what's behind it here in a second. Catalog help, how do you know if you have it? Click Apps, and then scroll down till you should see, there's mine, Catalog Help. If you don't have it, it won't be listed in this list. To get it, you need to come talk to me, or you need to talk to somebody else who has it, and you have to have one of those cables. So if you need a cable, ask me. I've got like 800 of them. I've got tons of them. And then you can go ahead and download that from me or from somebody else in the class. When you run it, it'll look like that, and now it's running. To find the CDF and PDF functions, click Second, DISTR, Distributions. It's on the VARS key right here. And you see there's all kinds of PDFs and CDF functions here. The one we want is toward the bottom, so if you click up, it'll take you to the bottom right away. Here's the binomial PDF function. Once you highlight that, if you click plus and catalog help is working, you'll get what the function wants to see. In other words, you got to put in the number of trials, the probability of success, and the number of successes you're looking for the probability of. So if we were doing that, the example that I had from before, the last page, let me flip it back to that. Oh, I erased it, I'm sorry. Okay, the first example we did, I believe, was binomial PDF of 10, probability of success is 1/2, and I think we did 4. out of 10, 4 successes. So that's how the numbers go. Click enter a couple of times and there's the probability. This is the probability of getting 4 successes when you have 10 trials and a probability of success of 1/2. So to do a problem like this one would be pretty easy. Go ahead and highlight that. And I'm going to copy that. Let's flip the page. Let's go ahead and put it up here so we can see it. And then I'll put the calculator back like that. Okay, and that would be very easy to do now. All we need is binomial CDF of 10, 0.5, 7 minus, and we just get the binomial CDF again, binomial CDF of 10, 0.5, 2. Click enter, and there's our probability. The probability of getting between 3 and 7 successes is 89%. And that's how it works. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, so now what you do is go ahead and let's take a look at one of the binomial worksheet problems. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up, and I'll pause this for a sec while I'm getting that sheet. Okay, this is problem 4 of the binomial worksheet that you guys printed if you're in period 2 or period 5, or which I gave you if you're in period 3. And let's take a look at this. So space vehicles have to gain re-entry in the Earth's atmosphere. A particular system must work properly. One component of the system operates successfully only 85% of the time. Okay, so probability of success is equal to 85%. To increase the reliability of the system, 4 of these components are installed in such a way that the system will operate successfully if at least one component is working. So what's the probability the system will fail? All right, so let me do this. Here we have 4 components, okay, of the same type. The number of components that work properly could be none of them, 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, or 4 of them. If the whole system fails and the shuttle burns up, okay, that's going to happen if none of these devices work. So what we're looking for is what's the probability that none of them work. And so I'll go ahead and just circle that. That's the one we're looking for. And we'll figure that out by this. Probability x equals 0 is equal to, and you know what I'm going to start doing now? I'm going to start putting in the calculator speak in red, because this is something you do not want to put on your paper. Binomial, and can we use a PDF or a CDF? Turns out it doesn't really matter. We could use either one. PDF, I'll use a PDF of n is equal to 4. Probability of success is 0.85, and I'm looking for no successes. And so you figure this out in the calculator. And let me put the calculator up here. Binomial PDF of 4, 0.85, 0 is, looks like 5.0624 times 10 to the negative 4th. So that's going to be our answer. Equals, make that black again, 5.0625 times 10 to the negative 4th. Okay? And let me just real quick about this. Calculator speak is never appropriate on a test, ever. And so what I'm going to do from now on is write the calculator speak in red. I'm writing it so you can see what I'm doing, but you should not write it on your test. The work, showing the work, would be showing the probability statement and showing the answer. They don't care how you compute it, because you could do it with the calculator or with the formula if you're so inclined. Okay, so calculator speak for me from now on will be in red, and I'll just keep that consistent throughout.